Hi guys, Brett's my name from Sydney Automotive Paints and Equipment. I'm here today with Ian Walker, who will now demonstrate the brand new wheel under and shell Xpress 800 self-piercing rivet gun. The Xpress 800 is a modular unit with the basic actuator being a pneumatic hydraulic pressure unit.
Which is that?
From this actuator pressure unit, we can fit a number of modules for blind rivets.
Which is that?
And various C-arms for self-piercing and flow-form rivets. The actuator is a two-step high-pressure pump with an output hydraulic pressure of 800 bar, input and air pressure of 6 bar. It is important to note all tools are adapted via a leakage-free fast coupling system to the actuator. This is only possible when the pump is depressurised. The locking mechanism of the coupling opens by turning the locking lever to the left and is closed by turning the locking lever to the right. The lever must be closed during operation. Show them the regulation valve then. This pressure regulation valve allows setting the operation pressure on the different tools. It is limited to 6 bar. Show the speed regulation valve please Ian. This allows selection of working speed to the actuator. Turning inwards slows the speed and turning outwards increases the speed. At this point you should have read pages 4 and 5 of the instruction manual. Now we have preparation and startup. First connect the actuator to your airline. Always have the actuator sitting up. Open the locking lever and pivot anti-clockwise and locate the short stroke cylinder. In the centre insert of the coupler, pivot the locking lever clockwise to lock and close the locking lever. To connect the C-arm, first press the safety button on the locking mechanism and turn it clockwise while holding the safety button. Locate the C-arm into the centre of the short stroke cylinder. The index pin must engage into the slot. Push the C-arm onto the intake of the short stroke cylinder, close the locking lever of the C-arm clockwise and the safety button will pop out showing both the green mark and an audible click. There are 3 C-arms to use. 2, 3 with the RS03 toolbox. Always check the data sheet and the RS03 toolbox to ensure the correct air pressure. Screw the required mandrel into the C-arm. And hand tighten the riveting head using wrenches provided. No excessive force to tighten. Screw the corresponding counterpart into the insert on the opposite side of the C-arm with the spacing adapter and hand tighten. Each time they are installed, the mandrel and die must be matched as shown on the RS03 toolbox before riveting. Ensure the heads are not loose and are firmly seated. In the rivet kit you will find pressing out rivet heads. These are for old or defective rivets to be pressed out instead of drilling out. Okay. It has extraction mandrels A1 short and A3 long, and extraction dies A2 and A4. At this stage you should have read pages 14 to 19 in the instruction manual. For punching and calibration of holes For flow form rivets, there are various mandrels and dies. Use punch die B2 and calibration mandrel B1. Calibration of the hole ties it up nicely. The flow form rivets are processed with a designated die head, either die head C2 or C4, and the corresponding closing head C1 or C3. The closing head has a relief hole for adhesive residue. The hole must be blown clear after riveting and all parts must be cleaned of any adhesive using a suitable solvent. For semi-setting tubular punch rivets, use die head D1 3mm or die head E1 5mm and closing head D2 3mm or closing head E2 5mm. The dies and heads must not be damaged or the correct riveting process will be impossible. At this stage you should have read pages 20 to 23 of the instruction manual. The blind rivet module, number BR20, is the smallest tool on the market for blind rivets. The blind rivet module is coupled as previously shown with the C-arms. The BR20 suits blind rivets with a shaft diameter of 2mm to 4.2mm and a maximum force of 20 kN. The kit is supplied with various mouthpieces for different shaft diameters. The BR20 head is 120 degrees rotatable and is interlocked in 30 degree steps. The BR50 head is 120 degrees rotatable and interlocked in 30 degree steps and suits blind rivets with a shaft diameter from 2mm to 5mm and has a maximum force of 50 kN. The BRN50 is for setting blind rivet nuts of M4 to M12 size at maximum force of 50 kN. The RS-04 toolbox has varying diameters of extraction shafts from M4 to M12. At this stage you should have read pages 24 to 31 of the instruction manual. For the proper use of the Xpress 800 rivet gun and its accessories, always refer back to the supplied instruction manual and refer to the relevant car maker's riveting and bonding techniques. Always disconnect the compressed air supply from the hydraulic actuator during any work interruption or after riveting is completed. Disconnect and clean all modules of foreign bodies or materials and always store the tools in the cases provided.